Good morning, everybody. Look at my new MT07. I came out to get an early morning ride this morning because last night I wrapped the MT07 in a matte black wrap. And it's my first time wrapping something. And yeah, it was a huge learning experience. It kind of reminds me of like me trying to wrap in an electrical tape. That's how it felt. But I think it turned out pretty good for my first time wrapping anything. I also wrapped this, but I think that just looks kind of a little bit, that was kind of just after I was just pumped up to learn how to wrap. And I'm probably gonna remove the wrap off that. But I think it looks so much better. Like, what a wicked upgrade to wrap the red MT in matte satin black. Yeah, I just think it looks so mean now compared to what it did look like. And yeah, so it kind of rejuvenated my love for this bike again. And yeah, wow, the sun's coming up right now. Super beautiful morning, almost September, day after tomorrow. No, yeah, September tomorrow. But yeah, check it out. Pretty sick, matte black wrap. I also flipped the mirrors. They used to stick upwards, and I think that just kind of, the angles of the bike, they were kind of reaching out high up, and I think it just gives it such a meaner look to have them low with the angles of the bike. And my next objective is I'm putting a LED in the parking light, so it'll be even brighter at night. I'm really into night riding, so that's going to be probably in the next couple days. And then I'm considering ordering new handlebars. I'm honestly having just such a time trying to pick the handlebars, because like everyone has different preferences, and like I want it to be a little bit more aggressive styling where it's like you're wider, obviously, handlebar. So like I was looking at this CR high bend handlebar pro taper, but I also want it to be wide, but I would like it to be a tiny bit straighter, obviously, so you're like more leaned forward just a little bit. And then that would probably make me want to get rear sets as well to accommodate that like riding position, and it would just give you a lot more control, I think. But yeah, yes, I think it looks so good. At first I put it on, I was just like, I miss the red, because I was just used to red, but this now looks just so mean. And I did hear someone say it like makes the bike look so much bigger, and I couldn't agree more. It's like your bike, it almost looks like empty space when it's a really light color in here. So like the black kind of shows a bit more mass, and these bikes aren't generally that big. And that was one of the gripes I have with it. I just feel like I'm riding a Grom sometimes. But anyways, I'll tell you what happened. This bike was for sale, and I just took it off Marketplace for sale, and I'm gonna explain why. So let's go for a ride, you know? Let's take this new satin matte black MT07 for a rip. And I'll chat with you guys for a couple minutes on this beautiful early morning. Sorry, it's the highway here. This is like my secret area. I come and take photos of my bike, any of the bikes that I'm selling, because this road, I can get like really good photos on this road. And people like photos that look good to spend their money. All right, cool, let's go for a ride. Look at that beautiful machine. Just like glowing. Waiting to be ridden. Oh, I forgot this. Darn. Well, I gotta take off my backpack. The struggles of like doing stuff as a motorcyclist when you're like, it's like when I go run errands, if anyone can relate to this, you like have to constantly be like putting stuff in your trunk, which is on your back, unless you have like a luggage carrier. Anyways, let's go for a ride. It's cold. It's like brisk morning. Yeah, so flipped the mirrors. As you can see, it's like they're low now. I think it looks sick. This bike, it never gets old. The only thing that gets old is sometimes I feel guilty for destroying people's peaceful like mornings, because I'm riding a monster sounding of a bike. So yeah, So yeah, I wrapped this, as you can see. Don't look too closely. It was a learning experience, and I got very frustrated many times. It is what it is. I think it looks amazing for how long, and it was my first time wrapping anything. So yeah, if you're considering wrapping your bike, do it. I think it looks so sick. This bike was for sale, and I was gonna sell it. I got another bike, which you'll see I have a video coming. I was riding the new bike, and I was riding it for a few days, and it's just like, it's a lot bigger. And I came back to this for like a ride. I had to go get gas or something. I was just like blown away. It was like a rebirth in my appreciation for the MT-07. I was just like, oh my god, this bike is incredible. It's like so nimble, such like, and my other bike is a little bit older, and it's like carbureted. This bike is just like such a flawlessly running machine. It's like, yeah, people have little things that they don't like about it, but like, man, this thing runs mint, and it performs so good. And so I was just like, holy shit, this bike's sick. It's just like, what am I doing? So yeah, I got back on it, and I was like, oh my god, okay. I've had this matte black wrap that was supposed to go on it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna give it some love. So I put this wrap on it. I have handlebars coming. I'm gonna get the parking light upgraded, so it's just super bright at night. I don't know what bar accommodates bar end mirrors, because like, it seems that everyone has to re-drill or figure out bar end mirror setup when they upgrade to like the Pro Taper, or like, I don't know if Renthal's the same, but I just want a wider, more aggressive handlebar. This one's like so pulled back, and it's like, I feel like my hands are so close. Luckily with like how I put the mirrors, I can put my hands on top of like the edge of the mirrors now, so it's like, okay, I got an extra inch. But it just feels so much better to have a wide like grip, and it's so much better in like twisties. I also finally today, I didn't even know there was like a, I sound like an idiot, but I didn't think there was a toolkit that you could adjust the suspension, at least the rear suspension on this bike, in the trunk. So I popped that open, and I was hoping it would raise the seat a bit, because I find this bike kind of slopes down a bit, where a lot of sports bikes, you're kind of angled and you're leaning forward, and it's like you're attacking the road in a sense. Like you're more ready, and like it's more, you feel like the bike has more agility, and like handling is a bit better. And so I was hoping it would adjust the seat height, but I think it just adjusts the preload of the rear suspension. But honestly, just doing it to the top setting, which is 8 clicks, if you click it 8 times, on the 9th time it will rebound to the step 1 again. So on the 8th click, it's maxed out the preload, and like, man, the bike feels so much better. It's not like mooshing around with my weight. So yeah, if you haven't done that to your MT-07, adjust the preload. There's a tool in under your back seat, and it takes like 2 minutes, and then the handling is just, it's a nicer feeling ride. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the MT-07. I am gonna get blinkers, I guess. I just want to really find nice aftermarket blinkers that are super bright, like that are better at catching people's attention than these, because these are the best out of all the aftermarket ones I've seen. They're ugly, but they work really good, and that's kind of the point of blinkers. And people see where I'm turning, so they don't run me over and I explode under their car. That's the name of the game in motorcycling. You got to figure out, like, when you're young, you're kind of like, I want to look cool and sacrifice myself. But like, as you grow and mature, you're like, I want to look cool, but I also don't want to die. So that's the name of the game in motorcycling. Figure out how to find that balance of not dying and getting run over by stupid people in cars, and then looking cool. So yeah, gotta find balance. Another thing, when I was falling in love with this bike that last ride, I was like, you know what, because like, I bought a huge V-twin. That's your hint. I bought a huge V-twin muscle cruiser for a really good deal. When I got back on this, I'm like, okay, they have the MT09, which I think's sick. It's a 3-cylinder. They have the MT10, which is a 4-cylinder. But like, I honestly like I'm not at all interested in the MT10 because it's basically just like a super weird future-looking R1, and I'm like, what's the point? Just get an R1, a used R1 for a quarter of the price, and probably more aerodynamic and without this naked bike destruction. Like, imagine a 1000cc naked bike just annihilating you with wind. It's probably terrible. Anyways, I was thinking they should make this bike but in 1000 cc's, like a parallel twin 1000cc bike. Like, I think the whole appeal to this bike is that it is like, it's a twin, so it has like such a unique sound. And to take that away and put it in a 1000cc 4-cylinder, I think is just not where it's at. The MT10 it just does not appeal to me in any way, because it's a 4-cylinder. It's like, I already had a 4-cylinder 600 and it was awesome. But the whole appeal to this bike is that it is a parallel twin, and it's such a throaty, big sound. The performance is very torquey and linear, and like, it's all usable power. But imagine this bike in like a 1000cc twin. It'd just be a freaking monster, man. It would be so insane, and it would still give you all the appeal. Oh yeah, and the whole reason is my other bike is really big, and I'm like, this feels amazing to have such a huge planted bike. And I'm like, that's baby deer. Where's your mom? Where's your mom, dear? Where's your mom? I think it would just be so sweet to have such a huge, like, imagine the MT07 weighed like 500 pounds. It'd just be a beef, a big old beefer. Yamaha, since you're watching my videos because I have a gajillion subscribers, make an MT07 but turn it into an MT1000, an MT10 parallel twin, torque monster. It would be like if you put this into a super laboratory machine and juiced it on all the steroids, and then it came out just like superhuman motorcycle thing. The Frankenstein MT. That's what they should do, because then it would just sound like it eats other bikes for breakfast and just like is the monster machine. Yeah, so that's my my 2 cents. Probably like my 25 cents because I'm still talking about it. Anyways, I'm gonna ride back to my house. This is the new Matt MT, and I will keep you guys posted in the upgrades that I'm gonna continue to do to this, and keep an eye out for the new bike. Anyways, cool. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ride safe, everybody. Take care.